ladies and gentlemen, a truly fine 18th century original French, as in from France. Front hall charger, credenza, call it what you want. I call it beautiful. Let's go through it. So folks, this came out of a very opulent, well-heeled estate. This was acquired some generations ago at great expense and has been a loving heirloom of the family. And now it is on offer in the open market at a true rare piece to find, available now. Solid marble top, completely solid, with a lovely turquoise, resting on original French hardwood with corresponding veneer inlays. And we're going to take a little tour of the whole piece, and then we'll wrap it up. So first of all, the piece itself has 3 drawers. Center here, center here. Now again, you normally open these with 2 hands. I'll just move the camera here for a sec. You can see nice interiors. We have the original jointing, sort of a primitive dovetail, as was done in this era. You must appreciate that in this era, only the very well-heeled would have a piece of furniture like this. So your captains of industry, not millionaires, they would be today's billionaires who would have these types of pieces. All of these inlays, the floral and the ivy that's along there, this is not a painted embellishment. These are actually cut and laid into the veneer. So these are alternate veneer things in there, and that you can just imagine the sheer hours, days, weeks that would have gone into not only assembling this diagram and then laying in the veneer and then of course adhering it to the wood. Trimmed with these handmade corner edgings, and they likely are pewter. And of course the original knobs and handles are present throughout. Little caps on the end, again, all hand carved, and the piece is complete. Very, very lovely. And you can see that inlay work extends all the way around the piece, and it is extremely, extremely sophisticated for the period. But even now, owning a piece of like this in your home, so nice to have this legacy of history dating back as an original French piece. The top drawer opens as well nicely. And again, I'm going to pause the video here. We're going to take all the drawers out and we'll take a look inside the actual structure. And here we have for a moment the case with the top removed and the drawers removed, just so you can see the original rustic construction. Again, you can see the original pegs. And over the years, I am sure this piece would have undergone a few restoration like upgrades, simply because of the age of the piece, right? But the structure remains the same. You can see the little original jointings here at the top, and that would be how it was put together back in France. And again, a little closer view of the brass pieces, which are on each of the ends. So, just a nice little tour there for those of you who are more far afield looking at this piece. These are nice details to consider. Anyway, let's continue. So there you have it, folks. As we take a little tour all the way around the piece, it's very much so in original condition. Of course, over the years, there's probably been a little bit of restoration work that has occurred, but all of the original inlays are intact. And that's pretty much most of the battle. And but everything is lovely, and even these ornate legs are surviving after these hundreds of years. So, I don't know. Nice. Now, I'll be listing this piece in the metropolitan Toronto area and in Montreal. If you have a period correct French home, perhaps you'd like to acquire this piece, or maybe you're a fan of French furniture in general. I don't know. On Etsy, a piece like this would fetch thousands, and I suppose I could put it on Etsy, and I very well may. but in the local market, between these photos and this video, it should make it be enough to allow you to make an excellent decision as far as what you'd like to see in your home. You can imagine this piece for example, on an entranceway with a marble top, a vase on top with your daily floral arrangement, and easily able to accommodate, if you had to throw your keys down or something like that. The top is non-marring, but again, this is a solid, that's an inch thick piece of marble, and again, one piece. What can I say? Oh, measurements real quick. The piece is 36 inch, or 41 and a half inches from side to side, 16 inches deep, that's from front to the back of the marble topping, and the piece is 34 inches high. And, really, really excellent. If you have a home that will accommodate this lovely piece of original history, then you definitely should consider it. It's more of an investment, really. I mean, a lot of these scrubby antiques from the 18th century, like the rustic stuff that people threw together on the farm, they've sort of gone out of vogue. But true classic French, original French-made pieces such as this are timeless, and like a fine piece of artwork, will only continue to appreciate over the years. So, if you like what you see, I'm easy to get a hold of. You can reach out to me. There's a phone number for texting or calling in the ad. Conversely, send an email. If you want to have the item shipped, it's not a problem. We can have that conversation orally. Conversely, if you want to come in and have it, take a look at it in person, and then proceed to take it, that's fine too. I'm very flexible. Pricing, however, is firm. I simply do not play pricing games, folks. This is too fine a piece. Pieces like this aren't sold at the flea market. So there won't be any flea market behavior as it pertains to the discussions over price, because quite frankly, the pricing that I've attached to this is incredibly reasonable against the original cost of this piece. Probably would have been very, very low in today's money. But once you factor in inflation, I'm sure this piece was several thousands and thousands of dollars when you consider the incredible man hours that went into the fine details. So if I haven't made myself clear, pricing is firm. But again, very flexible on all those good fronts. So, like I said, folks, if you like what you see, happy to receive your communication, and happy to let you acquire it. Thank you.